Well, this is the calm before the storm. They're predicting a pretty sizable snowdrop on us tomorrow. It's supposed to be a winter storm coming through here, and usually the day before the storm it's a pretty nice day to be in the woods. Things are pretty quiet, and I'm out looking for sheds while I can still see the ground before it's all covered up with heavier snow. But one of the things you find when you're looking for sheds is where the deer live, and you find a lot of places where they bed down. This is quite a spot here that I just came on. You see there's several deer beds here. And this area right here has got quite a few. So it appears that last night a whole family, or a whole group, came here and they bedded down for the night and got up and went about their business. There's tracks everywhere here, so I think what I'm going to do is probably follow some of their trails. There's a few more beds over here. You can see that there was probably about a dozen or more deer hanging out in here. Yeah, I guess I'll follow some of the trails they made, and maybe there was a buck with them, and maybe he got sick of his antlers and hopefully shook them off his head as he traveled through here. So hopefully I'll get back with a picture of a shed in the snow, but if not, I'm just going to show what it looks like here in the woods the day before the storm. Here's another pretty good sign they were hanging out. Here's some fresh droppings. Now, I was told by one of the guys around here, seems to know a lot about deer, that if you find the deer poop in the form of just scattered berries like this, then that's probably a doe. The bucks leave more clumpy deposits when they go, and if I see one of those I might put it on here. I don't know if you really want to see deer poop too bad, but it's one of the things you find when you're in the woods. Now, during the middle of the winter, the pickings get kind of slim for the deer, so you'll find places where they've been digging. Here's some fern that they dug up here. And they're looking for anything they can get that's green here. You can see they dug out under this log here pretty good. So I'm in the right area. Do a little pawing around over there, and pretty heavy trail right in this area here leading off. So I'm going to grab my stick here, and I think we'll head down through there. Let's do some live action, see if we can see anything. I did spot a couple deer off in the distance, might be the ones that were here, and they were traveling with a group of turkeys, which is, you know, I don't usually see that. They're usually apart. But this is pretty heavy here. More deer poop in the area. Now there's a clumpier mass here. This could be a small buck here, but that's only what I've been told. So until something comes along and proves it different, I guess I'll believe that. Yeah, they spent some time here. They were pooping and peeing and digging. They know how to survive real well in these conditions. I would hate to think that I would have to live like they do. Another deer bed over here, surviving off what they could dig up out of the ground. So anyway, I guess I'll just keep strolling around in here and enjoying the woods. Probably be a few days before I get back in here after the next big snowfall, but when I do, I'll bring the camera along, and maybe I'll get lucky one of these trips and find me a nice shed here somewhere.